You're listening to After the Review.
After the review.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
All right, the NFL and the NFL players seem to have come to an agreement on training camp protocols, safety measures they want put in place. It's been kind of going on the last few days. I'm going to go over kind of a mishmash of stuff, break it all down for y'all, and let everything know. But if you could, like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell to get these daily updates, and let's go. All right, this first thing's from 24/7 Sports. So on Sunday, a bunch of players went around. They had obviously an organized tweet campaign to talk about the safety protocols the NFL had in place. So they talk about Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, J.J. Watt, 3 high-profile players. Let's see, Byron Jones. Pat Mahomes is the real high-profile player. Let's be honest. He's the new face of the league. The NFL's released their training camp report. Everybody's in camp by July 28th, so the end of this week. And so on Sunday, there was an organized campaign by high-profile players to say that they want to play, but they don't trust the safety regulations going on in football. Russell Wilson's a good one. I'm concerned. My wife is pregnant about NFL training camp start. There's no clear plan on player safety and health. Odell Beckham Jr., Stephon Diggs, Todd Gurley, Jalen Smith, Derwin James, just everybody. It was a large organized campaign. So good on the players for being on top of this, showing their strength, because they hold all the leverage here. They're the ones playing. They're the one risking their health and safety. So good on them. So then the NFL updated their training camp protocols. They eliminated the preseason games. They went to testing on every day. So here's the testing rules. So they agreed on daily COVID testing for the first 2 weeks. After, they'll look at the positivity rates. If the rates drop below 5% for players and Tier 1/Tier 2 individuals within the front office, they'll move to every other day. That was a big thing the players wanted. The players were harping on daily testing because the test results aren't instant. I know, it's so long. You think we'd have instant tests by now. Like, come on, people. So you get tested, you're playing, you're in contact with people, you then come back positive, and it's like, oh God, who have they been in contact with and stuff. But there was another interesting, Peter King broke down, he visited the Vikings facilities, and every player's going to be wearing like the rings, the NBA rings, but they're not really rings, they're like pucks in their pads or on their person at all times. So they're going to give you notifications when you're within 6 feet of another person, which is really interesting. It's kind of scary how good the technology is getting. So if someone does trip positive, say they're within 2 feet of Kirk Cousins, it'll be like, okay, now we need to test Kirk Cousins and isolate him and see what's going on. So that was a really good thing that they were on the edge with, not to mention dozens of other sanitization protocols and things like that, individual water bottles. But they were really harping on the testing. The NFL they didn't really give it on the testing. They should test them every day. It's a lot of freaking tests. But the first 2 weeks, it's really important. Look at the NBA. The NBA was diligent on their testing. They're doing a decent job in the bubble. 0 positive tests. So that was big. So then the other big give out was the no preseason games. They got rid of preseason. Bye-bye preseason. I know everyone's going to be so distraught that we're losing preseason. So the preseason games are gone. And the extended training camp and the safety protocols in training camp, we can look at this. Ian Rappaport did a good job breaking it down. So for days 5 and 6, we're doing testing and physicals, strength and conditioning plus walkthroughs day 12, off day 13, ramp up with helmets through day 18, off day 19. On the 20th, pads go on. So you're 20 days into camp before you're going full pads, which is kind of really, really late. Very strange. It's going to be it's already a very weird sports season. It's going to be very weird to see what football is. Football players say they don't need the preseason. I don't know. Yeah, maybe this year because a lot of guys aren't going to be making the team that would have had a shot and show off, which really sucks for them. I feel bad for them. But they're not going to be playing, so it's going to be pretty much your set roster of guys. You don't really need the preseason games to figure it out. The good teams don't really play their best players anyway. Starters rarely play, maybe a couple snaps here and there. So I really do think that the first 4 games are going to get moved to the end of the season for the season. And that would make it the start in October. And, of course, the first game would be a Thursday night game with Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. So maybe they plan that in there. So be on the lookout for that. Those first 4 games are on the chopping block, I think, to be moved to the end of the season just to push back the start date. I don't know. Camp's rolling around. Hopefully we don't have any setbacks here and we can roll into the season. I'm optimistic a little bit more with football, even though it is hard with 50-plus guys on the team to keep it really isolated. Basketball seems like they're going to be in good shape. Baseball's about to roll up Thursday. It's looking pretty good. And hockey's going to drop on August 1st. So we'll see where we go from there. A little short video today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see everybody tomorrow.